Good evening. I'm Jim Lehrer in Washington.
And I'm Robert MacNeil in New York. After the news summary tonight, we talk with a top State Department official about U.S. sanctions against China. Next, an update on efforts to get aid into a besieged Bosnian city. Then a debate over a proposal to merge the Drug Enforcement Administration into the FBI. A report on an effort to end gang warfare in Chicago. And essayist Phyllis Thoreau looks at one California town.
Major funding for the MacNeil-Lehrer NewsHour has been provided by the Archer Daniels Midland Company, ADM, supermarket to the world. And by New York Life, yet another example of New York Life's wise investment philosophy. And by PepsiCo. And by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and by the annual financial support from viewers like you.
Sheik Omar Abdel-Rahman was indicted today in the World Trade Center bombing and a plot to blow up other New York City targets. The federal indictment said the radical Muslim cleric was part of a broad conspiracy to carry out terrorist acts in the United States and abroad. The February 26th bombing of the World Trade Center killed 6 people and wounded 1,000. The indictment also charges the Sheikh and others with plotting to kill Egyptian President Mubarak. Abdel-Rahman is in a New York jail where he has been awaiting deportation on unrelated charges. Also included in today's indictment was El Sahid Nosser. He is now in jail on a weapons charge relating to the murder of activist Rabbi Meir Kahane. Robin?
The United States imposed economic sanctions on China and Pakistan today. State Department officials said China had sold missile components to Pakistan in violation of international arms agreements. The sanctions bar the export of sensitive technologies such as electronics and satellite systems to China for the next 2 years. It's estimated the restrictions will cost U.S. companies up to $1 billion in lost business. State Department spokesman Mike McCurry had this to say.
That's a significant cost that we pay. But it, again, reflects the seriousness with which we look at the issue of proliferation, which, we, again, as you know, we consider one of the probably the most important arms control issue in the 1990s. It's also, you know, frankly, it is something in which we execute the letter of the law. This is the way the law requires the United States government to respond when there has been a determination that this type of sanctionable activity has occurred.
China has denied the missile shipments violated any arms agreements. We'll have more on this story right after the news summary.
United Nations trucks carrying food and medicine reached the Bosnian city of Mostar today. Officials said the 27-truck convoy unloaded supplies in the Croat sector, then headed for the Muslim side, where 55,000 people are believed near starvation. Earlier, Croat women and children blocked the trucks in 2 villages on the way to Mostar. It took the convoy several hours to make the last 12 miles of its journey. Bosnian government officials went to the World Court today seeking to get other nations to come to their aid. The Bosnian UN ambassador criticized the international community for permitting Serb genocide against outgunned Muslims. He asked the court to invoke a 1948 genocide convention and order other countries to protect the Muslims from the Serbs.